Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. So guys, upcoming, we've got Xenothreat coming to the game. What are your guys' thoughts on this live event? Is it something you're looking forward to? Are you looking forward to other ones in the future? Or do you think it's, why are we dealing with this? They need to work on the game. What are your thoughts on it? I know I'm asking this question early on in this video, and honestly, I didn't know where I wanted to go with this video, but I think we'll talk more about these live events for today's topic. So, Xenothreat. I have not actually played it on the PTU. I know they're running it pretty much around the clock right now, trying to get it tested, and they'll every once in a while post up a time for people to test it so they can get more people to play it at one time. Personally, I just have not had the chance to get on there and dedicate, an hour or whatever of gameplay for it. Now, quite a few members in my org, Texas, have participated in this particular event with Xenothreat, and there's been nothing but praise for it. They all really like it. They think that it's it's a really great event. Yes, there are bugs, which, from what I hear, the last couple of PTU patches have gone a long ways in fixing. If you didn't know, one of the biggest priorities for these live events is server stability. They've got to get server stability working, and I really think they need to get desync taken care of, but that won't come until a later date, when we get server meshing and higher tick rates and all of that. Now, the other thing that they're doing, so in this next patch, you can expect Levski to be gone. Delamar is going to be completely gone. They're taking it out of the Stanton system so that the Stanton system isn't using as many resources, which should help server stability. But from what I hear, they're also going to limit the amount of people on the server. They're going to go back to like 40 instead of the 50 that it's at right now. That will help with server stability as well. I'm hoping that both of those things will make the event run a lot smoother, as well as any other activity you're doing in the PU. Now again, I haven't been on the PTU to test any of this out to find out firsthand. I'm just getting information from firsthand sources that say that things seem to be much better on the PTU. So when are we going to expect Xenothreat and 3.12.1 to come out? I was hoping it would be by this last weekend, but then they announced that they would have some server maintenance and stuff going on Saturday night, Sunday morning. So we were hoping that it would come out about the same time. It has not yet, but they did drop another PTU patch today. And it fixed a few more things. I think they're really wanting to iron it out and make it darn near perfect as they can before launching it to the wide public. Kind of like with Theaters of War, we haven't seen it at all because it's not ready. There was massive desync and lag on the last playtest with the Avocati. It was kind of a disaster from what I've heard or read. So we won't see Theaters of War until some of the server issues get taken care of, because it will play on the PU, so to speak. It's going to be an actual place in the game eventually. The planet will. So yeah, they want to make it run a much smoother than what it was, much smoother than what the PU has been running over the last year. It's actually been more than a year now, right? That we've had all sorts of 30K and server issues. Desync's been there for a long time. So yeah, they definitely want to improve on the overall quality before they bring in something as big as Theaters of War. Now, is it really big? No, it's just a phase thing. Kind of like this live event that they're doing with Xenothreat. Honestly, I don't know the biggest difference between Xenothreat and Theaters of War at this point, except for one's going to partially take place on a planet. They could literally bring Theaters of War in as a live event eventually. Maybe not the same planet, but on a planet you know, in the Stanton system or Pyro when it comes out or whatever. It's a possibility to bring that in as a live event, and it could very well work. Maybe it'll be the first live event that they do that's not PvE, but PvP. Honestly, I'd rather play it in Star Marine. I think that's a better setup for it. I think you'll actually get more of a competitive game mode going, which, you know, that's the big thing right now with a lot of games. You know, you got your Fortnite, your Call of Duties, you know, your Valorants. All of these games are, you know, more on the competitive side, or they have a competitive side that made them really, really big. And, I mean, Star Citizen should be able to have something similar to that. There's no reason why it shouldn't have a competitive side to it, whether it's racing or theaters of war or, you know, just, you know, dogfighting or whatever. I mean, it has potential to do everything. And, of course, Sata Ball, whenever it gets in, maybe that'll be, you know, some sort of competitive atmosphere. I don't know what CIG has planned for that, but you may have some really big streamers moving over to Star Citizen when it's ready, you know, 20 years from now. I kid. But, yeah, you know, that could be a very big possibility. And while you're playing the game, supposedly you'll be able to stream those matches to your, you know, screens in your ship or Mobiglass or whatever. I think that would be really awesome and fantastic to see. You know, hopefully we'll get something like that. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you want to see anything that's competitive in Star Citizen, or you think that's just stupid and you never want to see that ever? You think it'll ruin the game? I don't think it'll ruin the game personally. You know, I think it'll bring an extra bit of flair or flavor. You know, there's ways to make it really cool. Now, you know, do they need to participate for cash prizes? Yeah, I don't know. You know, are there going to be professional Star Citizen players in the game down the road? Who knows? But, I mean, that could be another live event that you could actually go in person to watch or watch on, you know, in the verse. You know, that would be really cool. Of course, you could watch it on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. That would be pretty neat as well. But let's go back to Xenothreat and the eventual Ninetales lockdown as well. If you didn't know, they leaked the next live event, which I imagine will be in 3.13, with the Ninetales lockdown. So my guess is Ninetales are going to lock down certain parts of the Stanton system, and it'll be our job to run here and run there to break that lockdown or to break that blockade. Maybe run the blockade to get some supplies to a planet somewhere. I really do hope we get some planet-side stuff. That would be really awesome, especially if you guys who want to use those sniper rifles to great effect. Maybe we'll get something like that. But again, the servers have to be in a good place for it. I am hoping that Xenothreat and 3.12.1 actually come out before this next weekend. That's right, in less than a week. It's pure speculation on my part, but we're definitely due for it. Because, I mean, it'll be March before you know it. I mean, we've got 2 months of coding and development time before 3.13 comes out with all of its goodies. If you haven't checked out the roadmap, I do have a video that briefly went over the next parts of the roadmap that you can check out, but you can also check it out on the CIG website. It gives you a really good roadmap of what's coming out and when to expect it or how long it takes to do certain things. We are supposed to be expecting this 400i to come out. I don't know if it's coming out with 3.12.1 or if it'll be 3.13, but that's definitely something that we're expecting to come out before too long. Docking, we are definitely expecting that in 3.13. That could bring some other surprises. You know, these live events, maybe, well, I'm not going to speculate too much on that. But Xenothreat is going to be really interesting to play as an org, or if you have a group of friends. But anybody on the server can join in on it. You know, I figure I'll probably have 25 to 30 org mates that are going to be doing this at one time. If you didn't know, you're going to be called to the wreck of a few starfares. You'll have to go and pick up cargo and run them to Jericho. You'll have to eliminate any enemies that are still in the starfarer wrecks. At that time, sometime in that time, an Idris will attack Jericho. You'll have to have somebody to eliminate the fighters to scare it off. And then phase 3, another Idris or two will come and attack Jericho, and if you were successful in running the Idris off, a Javelin will be on station to help you out. So it could be a lot of fun to run. You're going to have to be very coordinated in what you do, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know what you think about live events down below. I do appreciate everybody. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.